Hello my lovelies, welcome to another crafting week. It's Monday and the sun's shining again here in Scarborough and Easy Makes Monday. So I was tidying the craft room out at the weekend, needed a good old clean out, and I was sorting out my packaging. You know, I love myself a bit of packaging, been on about what comes in parcels lately. And just look, they're probably very similar, but just look at the colorations here in these. Gorgeous. And so I thought that I would get them. I like to cut some up in the different sizes for journals ready. So then I've got a stash like we did on Thursday when I was doing the signatures for the new Pre-Raphaelite journal. I like to have some ready cut. So I thought we'd do that today. And I thought I'd just show you my pretties, because it just amazes me how many different colours of brown paper you could get in packaging. And, you know, most people don't appreciate it, do they? It's only us crafters that get all excited when we see this. So what I've done is I've got down my A4 European, UK and European size, US letter size, standard TN size and an A5. And generally speaking then I will cut pages to that. Now some of them do dictate what pages I do, because such as this come in long strips and come in long strips of serrated. So we'll have a bash with this first. Let's just start by which is nice that it's already, you know, we've got a flat edge ready to start here. Get my rubbish mat. Oh, just, if you don't like the noise of ripping, then this isn't the video for you. We're not going to be ripping all the time, are we? So just 3 there now. There's a bit of extra. Now these extra sheets, I keep those for backing tags and journal cards. So let's have a look at these. And doesn't have to be spot on, does it? So A4 210 by 297. I'm not sure we've got anywhere near 210 here. We have got 180. But that's fine. I like the stepped effect in the journal, so that's fine. I'm not bothered about that. That can be fine. And let's have a look. So 210, 297, 297. Well, actually, let's have a look here. We'll just mark that. So 295.67. Okay. And I'll just mark the first one up, and then the others we can sort of roughly. Now I might not need to cut it with my knife. I've got my knife, but I think we can tear that. Okay. So that's going to be our template for that one. That is going to be for the A4, and also it will fit. The US letter size is 279. So $270. You see, we've got 8 1/4 bit, 11 3/4 is A4, and US letter is 8 1/2 by 11. So you sort of slightly got 1/4 of an inch one way and 3/4 of an inch less the other way. So cut it to wherever you are. So obviously A4 is the size that we use here. So we'll use these for those, and it's a bit you know, get your first template done and you can then roughly do it, can't you? This is why I have to be careful, because it's doing that movement, holding on to that they say has damaged my tendons. So beware, girls, when you're doing that a lot with your side ripping. See, you might sometimes need to tidy it off with your craft knife. Not that I don't mind a raggedy edge, but we don't want a big chunk sticking out, do we? Okay. This is a lovely golden colour, isn't it? Right, next. Could do a paperweight if you've got one of those paperweight, like Gail Agostinelli's got a special doofer that she puts on top of pages to keep them down. Could do with one of them. Okay. We've got a few more of these. We have got a few more of these. So and I really enjoy using. You're doing your bit for the environment as well, aren't you? When you think, and especially, sorry, I'm rustling. We didn't used to shop online all that much before the pandemic, and then now it's sort of everything's online. You know, it's well, not everything, but nearly, you know. So we're getting more and more of the packaging, and it can be put in the recycled bin, but you know. So every month I'm doing a junky junk journal using packaging. So everybody can buy, you know, an inexpensive journal to have a play with and see if they like them in there. I like to collect English adverts as well, you know, when you get these adverts for various places in the summer, because we're obviously a coastal town and we are a holiday destination. We do have loads of leaflets and pamphlets, and I like to collect those as well and put a few of those in, because I always enjoy looking at adverts and interesting places overseas, because we haven't been able to get our foreign holidays in, and so I like to put some of ours in from round here. And I make some what I call glue books with adverts and packaging in scrap. And I don't always cover them up if they're adverts from overseas. I just like the look of them. So I hope you've all had a reasonable weekend. As I say, I've really been giving the craft room a good tidy, good sort out, because we do save too much rubbish as well. That's the other thing. I don't know how many cardboard boxes of empty porridge we have. Because you think, oh, that'll come in, but we've got a small craft room, and it ends up going in the loft, and then the loft's in a mess. So I don't know, do you call the loft the attic? The attic in other parts of the world? Is that where all your junk goes? Because ours did. Right, we've got two more of this type, and then we'll have a look at the others. Hope you all managed to catch the flick through of my design team project for Tracy Fox. I had so much fun doing that. Bit of whimsy, bit of light release, bit of fun. That's what we need, don't we? Okay. Now if you see that this is a standard A4, you know, that's fine. You're going to have a step up or step down with that, so that is going to be great. just fold those, and I just tend to fold them and keep them in tight then. Okie dokie. So the whole idea of Easy Makes Monday is to do some little projects. That sometimes we find a bit of a chore, you know, things that you like to have ready done in your craft room, and you know, cutting signatures or putting signatures together is one that you can be doing ahead of time, and cutting these ready. Okay, so we've got a nice stack of that colour. Shove that under my mat. Right, let's have a look. We've got, I think this might be all of a similar. Alright, we're going to be, look at this lot. Let's have a measure at this one. Well, let's get a straight edge to start with. See, my mat's not big enough here. Put that on the floor. Okay then. So we've got 30. Let's have a look, see here what we could do. We could do TNs, 22. We could 22 by 21. Is that 22? No, 22. And then from that point we will measure 21. From there. Okay. Now this seems a bit more fragile. I would have thought it would have been less so. Okay, so our other line is there. Just gently rip that, and that should give us our TN size, give or take. Now, I don't always tidy it up, to be fair, you know, you don't have to do. So, we should have 21 that way, and 11, we should have just over 11 that way. Okay, so I'm going to just measure that. Just for my template, I'm not bothered about the rest of it. Okay then, that will make, and then these small bits, they're going to make a lovely little, you know, when we do like the little journals, or when I do the little notebooks to go in my embroidered pouches. So yeah, let's do this. I'll not do many of these because it's not the easiest to do on camera, is it? Hold that down. There we go. Can't. Look at that. That's really straight knot. Okay. We're only doing rough guesstimates, aren't we? It's scrap at the end of the day. It's a junk journal. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Let's just do one more. I'll be better, you see, when I'm not filming I can get rid of my grey mat and I can do it flat on the big mat with this, because it's quite unwieldy to be working with, isn't it? There we go. Okay, so that is those. So we've got our A4s or US letter size, we've got standard TNs, and I'll give you the measurements details before I finish. And then we could do a few A5 now. Let's have a look at let's have a look what else we've got here. They're in long lines as well, similar colour, aren't they? Right, let's see what we've got here with these. So A5, if we were doing the A5, which is really like a half of an A4, 148 to 10. So 148 by 210. We'll have to do it that way. So 210. Let's take that up to there. $210, 20. This is, I haven't got it on this one. Wait a minute then. So A5, 5 7/8 by 8 1/4. So 148 by 210. So 148 to 10 there. Okay. There. And 148 wide, so 145, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that took some. Maths is not my strongest suit, I will tell you. Back in the days when I first started my nurse training and we had to do insulin in different doses and do all these calculations, oh crikey. There we go. Then we've got ourselves an A5 piece. So let's just check that. So we've got 210 by 148. Yes, near as we can. Near as we can. Okay, we'll make a few of these then. We'll be having rolls of paper everywhere, won't we? I'm just going to pull this along and mark first. That will be easier, I think. It's like mass making. You could class it as like a mass making exercise, couldn't you? And there's a bit at the end there. Okay. So Okay, then I'm going to be careful with this bit, it's a bit rich. I mean, you're not going to get perfect packaging because they just scrunch it up, don't they? And scrunch it up and shove it in your box. So I think I'm quite lucky. I haven't got to do too much measuring. Okay, that's a scrap piece. Move those out of the way. And then we'll just rip these, and we've got so as I say, you could do it if you want to be precise. You could do it with your knife. Which is going to be, this is a bit scratchy, so I may well cut this down a bit. It doesn't matter if it's smaller, because as I say, I like that stepped. I like the stepped look. So what have we got coming up this week? Well, tomorrow we're still going to carry on doing our embroidery for Sewing Tuesday, my button game. And then Wednesday it's Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, so we should be getting new prompts this week, which I'm excited about. And also I'm going to do some stitch experiments, which I thought that I would show you, and I thought we'd do a few of those, looking at what we can do when we're doing these pages for this project of Sarah and Rachel, how to make the most of your embroidery threads by using them in different ways. So I'm going to do some of that on Wednesday. I'll show you my finished piece for January. We won't know, when I film on Wednesday, we won't know what the prompts are going to be, will we? So I shall show you what I've done on mine, and yeah, we'll have a start playing around with some threads. So I'm going to start with the 6-stranded cotton, I think. And we'll play around with the different thicknesses, so get all those ready for Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm not sure, I might do a bit more work on my pre-Raphaelite journal, or I might start playing with some of Tracy's new kits, the Mega Mix and Match. I'm not sure yet, so there's loads of exciting things coming up, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel, and it will let you know when if you do the bell, let you know when I've posted. I was really surprised because we get all these analytics, and goodness knows what, it's like a minefield now I'm over 1,000 subscribers, and it said that over 60% of you guys that watch aren't subscribed. So please, 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 it really helps us out if you do. It doesn't cost you anything, it's all free, and it just really, really, really helps us. So yes, right you are then. So there we have it. I've done some A4 UK size, standard TN, and A5 or like a mini journal size there. Now, just going to give you these. So get your pens ready if you don't know all these already. So A4, which is what we have in the UK and standard European, is 8 1/4 inches by 11 3/4. That roughly gives you 210 by 297. US letter size is 8.5 inches by 11 inches, which is when it starts getting tricky. When you start going into centimetres for letter, US letter size is 215.9 by 279.4. A lot easier to do 8.5 by 11. For me it is. You see, I'm an old bird. You know, metric came out when, I don't know how old I was, but I know we pounds, shillings and pence, that's what we had in the UK when I was a little girl. The standard TN is 11 by 21 inches, which is 22 by 21 centimetres. And which TN standard 11 by 21, 4 1/3 by 8 1/4 if you're halving it. And then A5 is 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, which is 148 by 210. So keep a note of those. I've got it on my little card, and it's just useful for when you're starting to cut your signatures up. And I know we buy it standard as copy of paper or whatever. It's generally in the A4, or you guys in the States will buy the letter size. But for your scraps, you know, and for using up your old Amazon packaging or whatever, then it's handy to have this all written down. And then you can cut a few up, and there you go. I just put them all in a big supermarket bag, all the different ones that come, different sizes. Some of it is set, you know, so ripped that I just have to do small pieces with it. But you see, that's another colourway there. Love all the different tones. And if you think about it, you know, if you're on a tight budget, use all these. You can do, you've got a variation of lovely browns there. And then if you get a couple of old books from the charity shop, Goodwill, and some old papers, you know, from Etsy or wherever, there's loads of people are doing old papers. You've got loads to start with there. You don't have to buy anything else. You know, you can have all different fonts on your paper. I mean, I just keep it all in here. I've got a scrappy bag here. I can only show you all this because I've had to tidy up, you know. Where is my... there's none in there. I'll show you out of my stack of papers here, different fonts. So, like for example, you know, you can have all these from your Amazon packaging. Then you can have some of this font. Then this is some really old, early 1900s from the book that I gutted the stamp catalogue. So you've got that coloration to go in with it. And then we've got a bit of childhood book. It's all got lovely patina on it, different colorations. And let me just get one more, which is one of my 1800 dictionary that I've got. And then you've got that. So if you're just starting, collect yourself some packaging up, make some signatures with that, intersperse it with these colours from the, you know, charity shop or whatever stuff you've got in your stash, and you know, you can make a really good start. You can make journal cards even with those, back it with that, and really you might not have paid more than a few pence perhaps for some old books from the charity shop, and you're well on the way to getting your stash started. Okay, so hope that's been useful, and go and have a rummage around in your packaging, see what different colorations you can find, and yeah, you know, just spend 20 minutes or so of your day preparing these, and then you've got them ready for any project. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow for Sewing Tuesday. Take care. Bye for now.